Okay. Okay, y'all. We coming back. And it's just ain't live no more. Because we couldn't get it right. So, y'all have questions. Y'all want answers. And we're here to give them to you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it right.
It's Q&A with the Meeks.
It is finally Q&A with the Meeks. Now the camera over here instead of over there. Okay. So it's questions and answers with the Meeks. Y'all had a lot of questions. And we meant to get y'all the video sooner than this, but the way our life set up, it didn't work out. So, the first question is, where did we meet?
It's a two-part question, isn't it?
Well, that's the first question.
Oh.
Where did we meet?
We met as children. Our families kind of merged together. They hung together, and we was always around each other. So that was the start of us knowing each other, but drifting apart, doing life, and we came back together in 2013.
Yeah, in 2013. So, I'm sorry, this thing moving. It's doing its own thing. But yeah, so we met as children. And in 2013, in August of 2013, we were hanging out. One of my cousins was in town, so we were hanging out, and Kevin was trying to holler at me. And we hung out like the whole weekend. Like it went from one day going downtown, hanging out at my cousin Marcus' house. Then, the Robbins Parade.
Yeah, the Robbins Parade.
Yeah, whole Robbins brung it on home. So the Robbins Parade. We were hanging out at the Robbins Parade. Yes. We used to go to the Robbins Parade every year too. But we were hanging out at the Robbins Parade and then at my granny house. And Kevin, we was trying to learn, what slide was it?
It was wasn't it like a Robin Thicke?
Robin Thicke. What's the name of the
song? I can't remember what it was, but it was a dance that went along with it.
We played it at our wedding too. The kids came into it at the reception.
Yeah.
Dang, I can't even think of it, but it was a Robin Thicke song, and it was a dance. It was a slide, so we was learning the slide, and Kevin couldn't pay attention to learn the moves.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in the slide.
Because he was paying too much attention to something else. And so my mom was like, Kevin could learn it if he stopped looking at your butt.
Yeah.
And I was like, so then all weekend we had kicked it, and my cousin Chanel was with us because we were kicking it on behalf of my cousin Josh from New Orleans.
Yeah, he was here.
And so my cousin Chanel was like, girl, what you gonna do about Kevin Shaw? Because we used to call him Kevin Shaw. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not thinking about Kevin Shaw like that. But then what made me reach out to Kevin, because I wanted him to take a picture of me with my cousins. And so I'm like, can you take a picture of me with my cousins? And he was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking no picture of you with no iPhone, because I had an iPhone. I was team iPhone. And so I was like, well, why not? And he was like, I got a Samsung, take better pictures. I'm going to take the picture with my phone. So I walked away to go get in the picture with my family. And so when I came back, you know how you come to look at the picture like, oh, let me see it. I was scrolling through his phone. That's what you get for scrolling. I was scrolling through his phone
nosy.
like, I wasn't being nosy.
Yes, you were.
So I scrolled through his phone and I seen he had took a picture of my butt when I had walked away to go get in the picture with my cousins.
It was that walk away.
He be on the wrong page. And so he had took a picture of my butt. So when I came, I said, look at you on the wrong page. So while I'm on the phone with Chanel, okay, that day passed, and Chanel like, Alicia, what you gonna do about Kevin Shine, girl? I think he got a crush on you. And I was like, I'm not gonna do nothing with him, but I'm gonna text him right now and tell him he needs to get rid of that picture in his phone.
She was trying to check on your boy. Yes.
So I texted him and I was like, I hope you deleted that picture out of your phone.
Absolutely not.
And he was like, absolutely not. I need that. And I was like, what? So then I said, well, I don't mean to disturb you. Did I call you and say that?
Yeah, it was a holiday. I want to say it was Labor Day holiday that was coming up.
So I was like, I didn't mean to disturb you or anything, but I just want you to delete that picture out of your phone. And he was like, I'm not going to do it. So we went back and forth, started talking. I think he called or I called. I don't remember who called who. But we ended up starting being on the phone every single day, all day, every day. Like, I don't know. And his conversation got to be so intriguing that I didn't even know, like, wow. Because I had never had, like, conversations with him all my life. Like, we knew each other since we was kids, but, you know, we was just kids. So I didn't never pay no really attention to Kevin because he didn't never pay no attention to me. We'd just be in the same vicinity, but we wouldn't be paying attention to each other. Like, we'll know we were there. We might say hi, but I had never said anything past hi, ever. And he never did either. So this time, I don't know what got into him.
And see, for those who don't know, like, when you go to, like, a function where you had two families that's, like, together, or just the Richardson function, it's just a lot of people. Because I know there's some people like, well, how don't you talk? It's a lot of people. Like, it's a lot. Like, it turns into something big. So you don't have full-on conversations. My family is really big. You don't have full-on conversations with a single person when you at the Richardson's events. It's just too many people.
Too many people. You do have conversation with a
now you person. Ain't having no full-on conversation. It's just too many.
Well, anyway, I used to just be like, hi. But I'd be hanging with my cousins. I would be hanging with my cousins. And I'd be talking to them and stuff, but I just never talked to you. Well, I just never talked to you.
Oh, well.
So, anyway, in 2013, he decided to go ahead and let his true feelings out. And so, he did. He let his true feelings out. And that was great. The next part of that question was, so we started dating after that. Well, we started talking on the phone a lot. And then eventually, like a month later, we started a relationship. But the next part of that question was,
well, before we started a relationship, we broke up before we was even in a relationship.
Tell them all about it.
Yeah, my wife told me, if I didn't want this, then to just leave her alone. So where I was at in my mind, I'm just, I like her, but I'm fresh out of the situation, so I just want to just see. But she had like a dead on what she wanted, and she wasn't gonna casually date. And I wasn't really wanting to commit in my mind to a courtship at this time. I just, I wanted to get to know her more.
He wanted to be friends with benefits, so I wasn't going.
No, it wasn't none of that.
What did you want to be?
Let's get to know. Like, let's see what's up outside of the realms of the family ship. Like, I wanted to see, but she wasn't having. She broke up with me before we was even in a relationship. Like, broke up with me. It's just the weirdest thing in the world.
It was a breakup. That was crazy. But I just was honest, ladies. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to what you want, and you know what you want, get what you want. I knew that I didn't have time. See, that was the main thing. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was not a stay-at-home mom. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. That's why it came out. Thank you, Jesus, Holy Spirit, for the revelation. I wasn't a stay-at-home mom. I was a single mom. My time was limited. My daughter was in all-star cheer and stuff. I didn't have much time. So if I was going to make time for him or for a relationship, then I needed to know it was going somewhere. Like we were working on something. Like I wasn't going to make time just to be hanging out. I am busy. So with that being said, I told him, like, so if you just want to be hanging out, like, how long are you going to... My arm is hurt. I can't hold on.
Talking about some how long she's gonna be hanging out.
Oh,
well, I just wanted to get to know.
Yeah,
she didn't want to.
How long you gonna go down a one way?
We didn't even get to see.
How long you gonna drive down a one-way street knowing that it's a dead end? So I wasn't about to play that type of game with him. Like if we're not,
but you had some
dating with a purpose.
You had some fiddle faddles in the mix. She just had a room for me. In the mix.
I didn't have time to be playing. I wanted to know. I didn't say like let's get married today. That wasn't the point. My point was if we're not dating with a purpose and a point, what's the point? So I was willing to let him walk out the door. He was like, well, yeah, that's not what I want. He kept saying that. Ooh, I could hear him in my mind right now. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I'm buying a house. I'm single.
I was putting my thing together.
I'm buying a house. I'm single. That's not what I want.
Hey, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying. He was buying a house.
Look, you want that, and I'm just trying to see what's going on. It wasn't nothing sexual, nothing. I just wanted to see what's going on. She wasn't having it.
I don't play them type of games. So I just said, you know what?
She said, well, I want to skip the boring parts and go straight for the gusto.
I want to go straight for the points. Like, what is your point of dating when you're grown and you have children and business and things to do? Like, what is the point of study just dating just to be dating? I don't need to date just to date. I could just go out or something, but I don't want to date just to be dating. So I told him that. And he was like, that's not what I want. And so I was like, well, then leave me alone then.
Yeah, and we broke up. No commitment, no relationship, no nothing.
Leave me all the way alone. God was telling me, because see, number one, I was on a fast at the time. And he started trying to holler at me and I was on the fast. So I just felt like it was God. And so I was just like, if this not going nowhere, then just leave me alone. So he was like, okay then.
I did.
It was goosebumps on my arm. I felt so bad. I started crying. I didn't cry in front of him. I think, did a tear drop?
No.
I didn't cry in front of him. He walked out the door, honey, of my house. As soon as the door closed, I was boo-hooing crying like, oh, Lord, God, you told me to trust you. And I just wanted to call him so bad. Boop, I didn't. Stand your ground. And I didn't. And I went to church. He went to his church. I went to my church. And after church,
she sent me a picture.
You're a liar. You sent me that picture of you. You was in the car with Marcus.
No.
You was in the car with Marcus doing like this.
No.
And you look so handsome.
No. You sent me a picture. You was on your deck and you sent me a selfie. And we was broke up for about 28 hours. And then I came back over. And then we started all over again.
No, tell them what happened when you came over.
What?
We had talked in the kitchen for a long time. And then at the end of the conversation, what you say?
I don't remember none of that.
Oh yeah, you remember. What did you say at the end of that conversation?
I don't remember none of that.
We didn't have a long conversation when you came back to my house.
I don't remember that part.
How did we get back together?
I don't know.
Whatever, I'm sick of him. Okay, so moving on, was it love at first sight? No. It wasn't love at first sight because we had been seeing each other and we was not in love. We was not thinking about each other. We didn't care less about each other, and we had been seeing each other on and off our whole life. And now that we're married, we both just, well, his mom, I think your mom told me this, like God kept y'all right around each other, like to be close enough to see that we each were okay, but far enough that we were able to grow on our own. So that was amazing that we had been around each other like our entire life. And he never even attempted to talk to me. Of course, I wasn't finna try to talk to him. I never thought nothing of him. You know, like I said, like I didn't think like not to talk to him or to talk to him. It's just we just never.
And I didn't either. But I don't know. That veil was like stripped away, and at that Province Parade, it was like ooh la la. Like, what's the deal?
So, for the sake of time and not to use up all y'all time, that's just the first set of questions. We'll come back with another video. I'm kind of nervous and want to make sure that this video takes good. So we're going to go ahead and post this video and then get to recording the next question. All right, that was question number 1. Where did we meet? And was it love at first sight?